Going country has worked out very well for singer Keith Urban. After some downtime due to the pandemic, he'll be very much in the spotlight this week, as we hear now from Tracy Smith.
You might say that Keith Urban has come a country mile this year.
We were just a couple years short of the edge by my name on a fake ID.
He has a brand new album ready to drop, and he'll be on top of the country world later this week.
You ready for this?
As host of the Academy of Country Music Awards, Wednesday night on CBS. But like so many of us, he was stranded at home this spring with the quarantine. And he had a tough time getting used to life as a traveling musician with no place to go.
Besides music, what have you been doing during quarantine?
Just kicking back. No, I confess that I didn't transition smoothly into this new way of doing things.
How did you react in the initial days and weeks?
I just want to put my sweatpants on, sit on the couch, watch TV with the family, and wait till the whole thing blows over.
And he says it took a good kick in the pants to get him off that couch.
I just didn't do anything. I just did nothing. For it seemed like eternity for me.
What pulled you out of it?
You know, the turning point came, I have a friend of mine who I call sometimes for advice. And I was telling him what was going on. I can't do this and I can't do that and blah, 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 blah. And he said, Keith, is there anything that you can do? And within that call, I started to pivot. I know it sounds so cheesy, but really that's what it was. I pivoted over towards what I could do.
You got going again. I love that advice. I'm going to use that on my kids.
It's easier said than done, let me tell you.
But once the 52-year-old superstar got back in the game, things started to happen, like this benefit concert at a Nashville drive-in.
So let's talk about the drive-in concert. You did the first drive-in concert back in May. It was really one of the first that a musician did. Did you go into that being a little apprehensive?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I'm playing a drive-in. Great. Didn't have that on the list of things to do in my life, but here we go, you know. I was so grateful that we were able to do it at all, and particularly grateful that we got to do it for all the frontline workers.
Could that be the future of touring, for now at least, drive-in concerts?
I hope not, Tracy. Please no.
God bless you guys. God bless the U.S. God bless the healthcare workers. Thank you so much, and God bless the drive-ins. Come on.
In some ways, the chaos of 2020 followed Keith Urban into the recording studio, too. His latest album, The Speed of Now, Part 1, was finished under the cloud of the pandemic, and he says you can feel it in the music.
There's a chunk of this record, probably a good third of it, that wouldn't have happened without what we went through.
A third of it?
Probably, yeah. I would say I had 70% of the record finished. So some of these songs came because of the times, from the times, and were even created during that period as well.
For example, the song Out the Cage is about something a lot of people can relate to just now, an overwhelming need to escape.
Don't know just how long, but I've been trapped in it quite a while. Wonder if I'll make it out. Sometimes I forget who we were back then.
Of course, not every new song is about the new state of the world. Polaroid is a snapshot of good times in days gone by.
Is there really a Polaroid?
When I moved to Nashville, I lived in this just run-down house in a questionable part of town, and we were all crammed in there, and we used to throw the most insane parties. And somebody foolishly gave us a Polaroid camera, and the fridge would get covered in snapshots of these encounters. All I can say is I'm glad you can burn Polaroids.
Okay, so they no longer exist.
No, I hope not.
And here's another good thing that came out of being quarantined. Urban's been doing free online concerts for his fans.
You've also been playing some Instagram concerts with the best backup dancer I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Not bad.
Is that just kind of a spontaneous thing that's been happening?
Yeah, because we want to play, and I needed a guitar tech, so put my wife to work.
What do you need?
I
got it. Thank you. Give me that.
Gee, my tech is out of the gig.
It doesn't hurt that his guitar tech is one of the most famous women in the world.
On this album, there are a couple of songs with lyrics about how a woman can save a man.
Right.
And I'm wondering if that really rings true for you.
Oh, yeah, infinitely true for me.
Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban have been together since 2005, through the good, the bad, and the downright awful.
A few years ago, we spoke with Nicole, and she was telling us that you, in a sense, at a time in her life, saved her, that when she lost her dad, you were about to go on stage and you dropped everything and flew back to her. And she said, like, literally picked her up off the floor.
I didn't even know how to get up from this.
How did you get up?
Because I had a husband that came right back. I called him screaming and crying, and he was about to go on stage, and he walked off stage and he got on a plane. He'd just gotten there. He flew 6 hours and he was right back.
For her to be in Nashville and me to be in California was excruciating, and having just landed. And so I'm like, I've got to get back immediately now, that waiting around to be able to get a plane to get me back as fast as possible was just indescribable. So family first in everything.
Then God whispered your name, and that's when everything changed.
As the title of his new album suggests, Keith Urban is used to living life at full speed.
What suddenly I wanna live.
But he's found out that some of the biggest rewards can only come out of slowing down.
So, are you hopeful?
I'm always hopeful. We will learn so much from this moment, so much. And when this comes again, and there's no doubt it will at some point, we'll be way better prepared for it. And I think just have a new way of doing things. We're always going to play somehow, some way. We're gonna figure out a way to do it.